fucking episode. This is the takeover. I go by the name of Mac.
Yo, this Theto, man.
Man, we are the takeover. And man, we back with episode 3.
Season 3.
Season 3, episode 3.
With the man from the 3.
With the man from the 3. 333. Oh, we gonna name the episode 333. But nah, man. Before we get into who we have on the show and stuff, man, follow us on all social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook for all you old heads that follow us. You know what I'm saying? The Takeover 034. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment. Let us know, who y'all want on the show, what y'all thought about the show, the whole 9 yards. You feel what I'm saying? And man, just a recap of we just dropped the show with Tunchi. We went to his Made in the Hood flagship store. You know what I'm saying? That was dope. If you haven't checked it out already, make sure you check it out. It's on our YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So we do it for the culture. That's why we here. So if you know the Takeover, we do shit for the culture, and we here. We back with another dope-ass episode, man. So it was only right to, okay, let me show you set up how this all came about. So, I mean, everybody know the Takeover is about hip-hop and bars and shit like that, right? And so me and Theto plugged in, we got some new shit that we want to kind of add to show artists different love and shit like that. So I kept on telling Theto, I'm like, look, I want to do a song of the week. And, man, it was fucking Beaux Leaux song, you know what I'm saying? And we were sitting there as a team, and we were just like, man, you know what? The way we ended the last episode with Beaux Leaux freestyle, we need to bring him back on it. We need to get him and bring him on the show to start the new joint. You feel what I'm saying? So, man, without further ado.
Wait, another thing. And then it's like history because we never brought nobody up this quick.
Yeah.
Like, for real, we'll sit on it and hold it.
Yeah.
And like Max said, after last week, we was like, man.
Blown away, yeah.
Man,
I'm
I
like, man,
appreciate it.
yeah.
I really do.
Go ahead, Mac, do your thing, man.
So without further ado, man, we got the man himself from, straight from Uptown, the Third Ward, off of Baron, MLK.
Facts.
Beaux Leaux himself, man. What's up, brother?
Man, what's up with y'all? Thank y'all for having me.
Well, you're
man.
welcome. Welcome to the show, man.
Thank
Hey,
y'all.
man, look, if you got bars, you skip the lines.
Yeah.
We were just talking about skipping lines and shit, right? So if you got bars, you definitely going to skip the lines.
Facts.
You
And
feel
he
me?
man, listen, bro. He rap. I mean, and it's few rappers out right now. Like,
Yeah.
it's coming, that the real rap coming back.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's what, like, when I heard, I'm like, damn. Like say if I see you this without saying anything,
Right.
I would have judged the book by its cover on a
Right.
whole nother thing.
Right.
Yeah.
And then when you open his mouth, like, oh, fuck. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then his visuals,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Crazy.
shout out Lou Vegas, man. Not that I don't want to work with nobody else, but I came in the game working with him, and if it ain't broke, don't break it. However it goes, it's just
if it ain't, don't fix it.
like don't fix it. With
Yeah.
like that's my dog. Like, you know what I'm saying. I came in the game with him. Like, it'd be good. Like, I could work with anybody. We be there. When you got that connection with people,
Right.
It's so hard to find a connection with somebody when, like, that's what I'm figuring out with certain people. Just because there's all type of stuff that go on. Not always negative, but sometimes it don't be the right time with certain things. But
let's not get it twisted. Cameraman in the city is definitely difficult to deal with.
yeah,
So
like,
just stick with who you rolling with. You
Right,
feel what I'm
yeah.
saying? That's another conversation.
Ooh, don't
I
start
won't
me.
get that started. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But nah.
but I feel what you're saying because Mac and I is like you seen a picture with when Dwayne Wade throwing the ball up to LeBron
Facts.
James. That's how Mac and I is like we just
Yeah.
bouncing off the backboard.
Yeah.
Yak. Either one of us catch it.
Yeah,
And
facts.
so I know that rhythm, like when you have that chemistry,
Right,
you
right.
got to stay with it. You got to keep it. So yeah.
I mean, look, like you said, it's been working, and I mean, what I'm gonna tell you, why I like, regardless of who your cameraman
Right.
is, the fact that you just staying consistent. Because like one thing rappers in the city kind of like, one thing what they do, like, to get a little buzz,
Right.
then they fall back and shit like that.
Right.
Because and it's hard to even take artists really serious. Where it's
Right.
like, homie, you just dropped 5 months ago, and I ain't heard nothing from you. You kind of, and I know things. We got
right.
COVID happened. Fucking
Right, right.
I know shit happens because we even took a break.
Right.
But if you a rapper, you got to stay consistent, and that's
Right.
just the number one thing across the board. So with you, that I think that helped I mean, I don't know how much praise or flack you getting with your buzz. I mean, you know, with you, because what you do is different.
Right.
And only a few pretty much understand.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Right.
So
exactly.
how was that for you? Like what where let's just start from the beginning. Who is Beaux Leaux?
Man, Beaux Leaux, that's it started Beaux Leaux, right? Brothers only live once. And it, you know, my baby mama family, right? They had one of the, like, I had locked in with her cousin, and that boy had got killed, and he had like a dog named Beaux Leaux. So like they named the whole gang Beaux Leaux, right? So it was like, all right. So I'm coming out there, and he was already telling me, come to Chicago, because we had used to get it on in Mississippi with that boy. So when I'm supposed to go out there with him, it's like, all right, let's get it on. He's like, oh, then you get smoked. So it's like, oh man, that's messed up. But then it was like, you know, they be in so much stuff. It's like, I'm like, yeah, Beaux Leaux, but I just made it Creole. You know what I'm saying? Beaux, Leaux.
Okay.
So that's how it started right there. That's where I originally get the name from. But then the backstory, I always liked it, Beaux Leaux Young from Bruce Lee. Yeah. I grew up kind of old school, like I grew up with my grandparents. Like mama died young, you know what I'm saying? So my uncles, they was watching Bruce Lee movies. I caught like that old era of growing up. And like Beaux Leaux, he was always like on Bloodsport with John Claude. I'm like, this nigga, I'm like, I like Bruce Lee and John Claude at that, but the Beaux Leaux nigga, like, dude, I'm like, that name just was always tough to me. And so it was like, it all just played. And I'm like, man, I been want to do that anyway. You know what I mean? So that's where the name comes from.
I thought either a coach gave it to you or you was a bully in school.
Nah. I was never no bully or nothing like that, though. I just held my own, that's it.
So all right, because I want to get back to the original question, but I guess we got to fast forward to get there. But anyway, all right, you rap, like you really rap,
right?
Like where did that, like who influenced you? Like where that shit even come from?
As far as rappers,
yeah, as far as rap, like where, like who has you rapping the way you rapping right now? Like whether it was a rapper, whether it's anybody, like. Where you get to like this pattern from, like the metaphor, like the bars, like
I'm gonna have to say Wayne just off the dump, but it wasn't just him because the way Wayne at first to me Wayne was just talking that shit. Wayne wasn't always the most bar thing. He was just so witty at first. First it was the wit, like when he was Hot Boy, he was like witty, and you couldn't believe that young dude was talking like that. Mm-hmm. But like I grew up old school, like all my uncles them had the CD case that you had to put in the right order, don't take it out my order, and they was bumping Cassidy, Fabulous, Wayne, Jadakiss, Jay-Z and stuff. So it's like I always thought Chills, like a song that meant something, was more than a turn up song. Like when you used to listen to songs back in the day, and you get that behind your back feel.
I was just about to say your
like
shit.
That arm, it's like it's like
make
that.
The hair stand up on
so
your
it's
back.
like when I naturally started, I'm like I won't get somebody that like I want you to feel like. Man, I want you to stop that bitch while you don't. If you could listen to my whole song the whole time, like I mean, I ain't tripping, like, cause you might just be up
but
there.
But you kind of want to like, man, hold up, man.
Like,
listen,
what the fuck?
Rewind that bitch.
That was that's how I used to listen to music. Like Wayne, I couldn't used to like listening. Man, what the fuck?
No,
you want him to hear before you go further on.
Listen,
so
him saying that it happened to me. When he said I flew the white girl to Miami to get a tan, I'm saying to myself, now I flew the white girl back and we tanned her. I got real. I said, oh shit. I said, man, he's saying some shit.
No,
thanks. But I always stay with it. Though. Like I get some people, you know, like they call it, they call it that microwave rap. I got a lot of partners that which I know they mean well. They be like, man, you know, I think you should do this on a song. And I understand it play a role. You know, it's a time and place for that when it's. But I'm staying true to myself because you got people like Chris Brown could really rap. Trey Songz and really. You got these people like I always use the example. JB Blackboy, right? I know he could really rap probably. Mm-hmm. But if you come in this game and let them market you for being a certain way, then you will never. So I'm gonna stay true to myself so I could never lose whatever I built.
And I understand it because I catch a lot of people when they freestyle. You be like, man, homie really spit, but his music don't even like equal up to the way he was just spitting. So
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, it definitely get marketed a different way.
Yeah, so like, and that just how I keep it. I'm not changing it. Like that's how I'm gonna do it. Yeah. Like, I ain't gonna let nobody tell me nothing.
And that's
else.
Good because that's basically how Griselda stayed the same. You know what I'm saying? They didn't change. They kept on pushing how they rap, and that's the good thing about it. Like, cause you got rappers reaching, like Max said, they got bars. But then they'll just try to jump on what the latest thing is and losing their style and their identity.
Because that's gonna always change.
And it's easy to lose focus too with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because you seeing all this other shit winning and people getting bags and they promoting all this shit, but it's like that's why I say you gotta stay true to your lane.
You gotta stay true, because I mean you see it. Like I ain't gonna lie, you see it. Like you be sitting around and be like, oh man, like, but I don't never let it get me to the point where I feel like I'm doing something wrong. It just make me go all right, now watch this ball. Like I'm gonna make you go stop, because that's what y'all doing. That's cool. So I'm happy being like, I'm kind of already ahead of the game with the way I'm thinking about it. Like, cause every person that I study or interviews I'm watching, it's about staying down, staying true. So I'm not leaving the pad, like, cause I feel like it's gonna pay off. Like, cause the Scantron really out here for you to win. It's people be choosing to do those things, and some people not knowledgeable on certain stuff and they fall for it. But the Scantron is out there, so I'm staying down with my pad to do what I'm doing. I ain't switching it up to just be what to do what, like just to be popular or something.
Nah. I know you scare a lot of rappers.
That's what I was going there. Go ahead. That's what I was going there.
Man, listen, it's bars, and I know, like, say you like, man, come do something. I know them dudes stressed out. Like, they probably say, dog, listen, my baby mama tripping today. I can't even make it to the studio, man. I'm telling you, because it's like.
Somebody ever admitted that they had to rewrite a verse when on the song with you?
Yeah.
You ain't got to put them out there. Yeah. We ain't going to expose them.
But, I mean, you know that.
It's part of it.
Yeah, it's part of it. It's part of it, so I don't be tripping, you know.
You ever had to rewrite your verse?
Nah, not yet.
Not yet?
But I hope somebody make me feel like I need to, though. Because that's what I won't lock in with, though. But, I mean, I did some songs with some people who cold that it just made a nice song. Like,
right.
I mean, it's not always like okay, that. you got to write it. Oh, it's sometimes
it's just a song. Like,
because that's what I go into it as. I don't really go into it as because they didn't water that down so much to niggas be scared. Like niggas really be scared. Like, because niggas be hiding behind it. Oh no, see, like you rap.
Yeah.
Nigga, we all rap.
I thought like what we was doing. Like what was we doing? That niggas no, like he rap.
Oh, so you singing, you Drake rapping.
Yeah. You know, like you be doing like you got like bars for real. Like I thought that was about right. That's the art of rap.
That's it. And I'm glad when you said about your uncles and stuff. I knew. I said, man, he have to have some kind of older influence because the raps is the raps, the metaphors, all that.
Right.
You know, it. Nah, I know you ain't just pick up a mic.
Right.
But when did you first I know you probably everybody played around young, but when did you like?
I ain't even play around young. I couldn't play around young.
So you was rapping like this young?
No, I'm just saying I couldn't. Like I ain't have no mic or nothing. I had to.
No, I'm not talking about that on composition notebook or that spiral
notebook. When you took it serious, like the pen and pad joint. Like.
2018.
Damn.
Man, when I was young, I was when the hurricane look, I'm telling you, when the hurricane hit, bro, like around that development stage when people was really like when you would think that I would have been doing it, I had a
what
CD.
Hurricane? 05?
Katrina,
okay.
Right? I had a CD player, and I was writing Lil Wayne lyrics down. Like when Neck of the Woods and stuff came out, or like I used to be rewriting his stuff in a notebook, like because I wanted to know what he said.
Right.
And like that Juve the Great CD.
Yeah.
I was like writing their music down just to know I could just to do, but I didn't never try to rap. I used to always just rap their songs and be like that. But I never was like, oh, hey, listen to me, I'm finna rap. Like,
but you know what's crazy? You saying I'm sitting there counting the years, but I was just about to ask you because you came out of nowhere. Like I'm paying attention to the whole city.
Right.
I know what's going on with everybody.
Right.
So, but you really came out of nowhere. So like, now okay, so it makes sense. Like you really, cause when you came, you hit and you made a name. That's what I was saying about when I first started the show.
Right.
Like what was the reaction when you first hit the scene? Because when you hit the scene, you got my attention. I ain't gonna front. You got my attention. I'm like, homie could spit, but you know.
Well, you gotta watch it. You gotta see.
Yeah, you gotta see what it's gonna develop into.
Right,
you feel what I'm saying? So. Did you hear like little things under little whispers and stuff about like? Because when I heard, I was like, "Who is this kid?" You
right. It was like that, but people, in which I ain't taking no type of way, but people won't see like the same way you said, and it's like, it's really like a what you call it, like something you gotta do. So I don't feel no type of way about people gotta see like, okay, yeah, you can rap. Now what?
Yeah.
So it's how consistent.
So you knew exactly going. Yeah. Like you already knew what people.
I already knew. Like I already knew that. I already knew. I just wasn't studio savvy because when I was in college, I used to be.
Alcone.
So tell me, hold on. So you mean to tell me I'll rap me or damage your first
ever?
That's why I couldn't find nothing. I'm like, I'm looking.
I'll rap me or damage my first. That's the first song. PTSD and Tone Down was the first songs I recorded by Rawson. By Ross, I was the first person.
Now, I think the PTSD is the one that got my attention.
Yeah,
that's off the G Herbo joint, right?
That's off the G Herbo joint.
Man, that's the one I think got my attention. Cause don't get me wrong, that's already a cool beat.
Yeah,
but at the same time, the shit that you were saying on that joint, okay. So now, all right, I'm glad we sitting there and all this shit starting to make sense.
But don't get it wrong. I didn't just wake up one day and just rap.
No, I know.
Like,
I know.
I used to be like in a locker room, or we'll have like a kickback or something. And then like it would just be chilling and people would cut a beat on. And I had partners that are rapping. They'd be like, then I'll rap and they'll be like, wait, hold on, like we was playing.
Yeah.
And then like it just started like that. They're like, man, you need to really rap. But for some reason I couldn't get in the studio. I knew so many people, but couldn't get in the studio.
Timing, dog. Timing is everything, dog. Like, cause it's like this shit really set up for you. I'm being honest with you, like, because I don't know that many people that came off, hit like that and made an impact like that. They only got one other dude that did that in the city, and that's Rod 49.
Right.
That came short term, did his thing, and you know what I'm saying? He's doing some shit. Right. So salute to him. But like when you hit, that's what I'm saying. Like this shit fucking me up right now because I really didn't think it was that short of a time. So like damn, that's crazy. I'm lost for words right now. Because I really thought this shit was like deeper than 2018. Like I didn't know this shit was like.
No, because I was going to ask you, I was like, man, when you was at Alcorn, like, I know y'all had to be sitting there rapping in that dorm.
Yeah, we was definitely doing that, like playing around. Like, so I guess that was where my practice was at. But that studio different. Like that.
So nobody in school in the dorm room had a mic and a computer.
Not in the school, not at all. Not in the school. Not in. Everybody was going off campus doing something.
Man, I don't know.
But man. I couldn't get in. I couldn't get in. Like I don't know what it was.
Because they heard you rap. It was like, oh no.
I don't know what it was.
I'm pretty sure it was different though. Like the people that were rapping at Elkhorn, you're from the city.
But I graduated from Belhaven though. I graduated from. That's who I signed with first out of high school. But so I was rapping with them dudes at Elkhorn as a freshman. But at Belhaven, that's where I was in Jackson, Mississippi. That's when I was really like when people was like, say, bro, like nah, you need to really try to rap, bro, because like you really rapping, bro. Like nobody wouldn't have said that what you just said.
Let me ask you this: like, did you? Like being from New Orleans, where you could tell that you were separate from the rest of them?
By meaning what, like music? Or
yeah, like just the way you rap. Like,
yeah, facts. Everybody, they knew automatically.
Like,
right?
He ain't from here. He got somewhere else.
Yeah, it always was like that though.
Yeah,
it always was like just how I was doing it though. It's like I always had the bop for it. Like now that I'm thinking about it, like when the beat would come on, like everybody be rapping, I used to be like, I'm gonna think about my first 2 bars, then fuck it.
So you was freestyling too?
Yeah, like that. You know how to do.
Yeah,
you put a beat on. Nigga, I can rap. Nigga, then you just start rapping. Like
I always go back to that old Ice-T, like 6 a.m. I still want them old flows.
Nah, I just used to be going. I just to hit a beat and just think about 2, like one or 2 bars and just go and just say fuck it and just rap.
Right.
And then just, you know, it was cool because you around all the dudes. It's like you ain't nobody to feel played in front of. It's like y'all be out and caught cramps together and shit.
Yeah.
What the fuck? You finna feel embarrassed, but if I messed up on a song, nah, nigga, you finna have my back.
But I think it's fire though, dog. Like that, like the way you came in the game. Like I think that's fire. Like 2018, you started rapping. Last year you dropped Out Rapping or Dabbing.
Yeah, last year Out Rapping.
You know what I'm saying? That made. Cause that's man.
Then I dropped Black Carson, but it wasn't just me though. Like people like the doctor. Shout out to Doctor. He was the first person I could say. I ain't gonna say believed in me, but he the first person, the first stranger that believed in me. Right. I didn't know him from nothing. Like I did PTSD and Tone Down.
I mean, we all know. If you know the follow Doctor, you know he gonna throw it in your face. Who the rappers
so
are?
I appreciate it because he was like, bro, I don't know, but whatever I could do to do it, I'm finna do it because ain't no way, bro. Like, what? You heard he was telling me, you heard what you just said? What you said?
Oh, yeah, he big on bars too.
It was like, like, I was like, so. And then, as while it was going on, I met some people. So I can't, like, God, it's the talent in me. And, like, I write the music and stuff. But I can't just say, like, everybody, even y'all, like I appreciate y'all because you ain't nobody owe you nothing.
Right.
Like you don't have to share that. You ain't gotta say I'm gonna read. You could say, man, I'm gonna see what he gonna do. A lot of people wait until it's profitable, until it's beneficial, and then be like, all right, boy, come here. I've been on you. Like, but the fact that you like, man, look, I see.
I go with my gut feeling though. Like when it comes to the music shit, I always go with my gut. And something tell me like, go fuck with somebody. I go fuck with them because, like I said, it was only right. Like I said, like the way we ended last week,
Right.
it was only right for you to bring you back on the journey.
I just be real humble with it, bro. Like I don't take it for granted. I don't take my blessings for granted. So that's why I make sure that any chance I get, I appreciate everything and everybody that had something to do positive with me, even the negative, because it all go to motivation with me.
Yeah.
I knew you had to graduate from school when you respelled Beaux Leaux. I'm telling you, I kept saying, man, this dude ain't no regular up to listen. What you graduated in?
Sports administration.
Oh, so you like me. You was like just general studies. You was just staying play ball.
Man,
oh, yeah,
trying to get out
there.
though. You know that sports admin. Let's get out of there.
What position you play?
DN and linebacker.
Like a DN.
Yeah, I got out of there. Sports admin, baby. Let me get out of here.
You didn't want to pursue like next level shit?
I mean, it was straight, but it's like at where I was at, I just was losing the feel for it. And then like I don't.
Wasn't motivating and shit.
You don't disrespect. Like I got taught by. I had some real good coaches at the time. It's like you don't disrespect the sport. You don't disrespect the football guys. If you ain't in it to do it, I mean, it's like how Mayweather talk about Ali. Like you don't want to be a boxer fighting, and you don't really want to fight.
Right.
So it's like I never disrespect the sport and be like I'm losing it.
Right.
Trust
me, I truly understand because my senior year where I was at, they took some of it away from me.
Right. Yeah.
Like it took, and I didn't like want to pursue it after that. Right. I was just like, let me do this. And like you said, you don't want to disrespect it because you've been doing it all your life.
Oh my, yeah.
And I'm like, man, let me
And then I feel like football is more just of a discipline for me anyway.
Right.
I used to be. I wasn't just no horrible person. I wasn't out here committing no major crimes and nothing like that. But at the same time, I needed some type of discipline in my life.
Right.
It's structure.
Because I could have been out your bad. You know what I'm saying? So football had brought me to all right, calm down. And like all the opportunity, I got to go places and got to see a lot of stuff. So it was nice, like, and it was a nice discipline to my life. And so once it based me, it's like, okay, that must was what football was supposed to do for me.
Yeah, that's how I got into it. Cause my mom, being a single parent, signed me up at the Huntersville. Because she was like, I need that man influence in that structure. And I tell everybody, man, if I have a business, especially like a big company, I would hire a lot of athletes because the structure you built on
the ground.
You structure like at this time we do this. This time is that. Yeah. And that's how I work out with my plans, my diet. I gotta follow something.
Right. It builds character.
Right.
But what high school you went to?
I went to Corn out here, Waltell Corn, right after the hurricane.
Yeah.
But then I got to fighting with the police and stuff, and then my grandmother was like,
he just wanted to fight with
He just threw that in there. Huh?
Yeah, he just threw it in there.
It was nah, it's just getting out of hand. We gonna let you'll see if your daddy can raise you. And then I went to Mississippi and started going to school out there.
Okay.
And then, so.
That's what, all right, so that's what.
How you like Mississippi?
Some parts of it's cool. It's straight.
Yeah.
It's cool. I met some real people out there. I met some cool people.
So you
met the Klan?
You always knew you was gonna come.
You didn't meet the Klan?
I ain't go to that. I went to the town that it wasn't that bad. They had McDonald's and stuff. Some of them just don't got nothing.
Right. So you knew you was coming back to the city. Right?
Yeah, in fact, I had just got in some shit. Like I became a ward of the state where I couldn't leave. You know
what Mississippi?
Yeah, I got in foster care and all that stuff. I couldn't leave. A ward of the state. So I had to, when I wanted to come to Mardi Gras or something, I had to go to court and get the judge, or my social worker had to go to and get him signed off on it and all that.
Right.
So.
Man,
but then I ended up going to college out there. So then it was like I'm just out here now. Like
that's a true blessing to hear. That coming from where you at and to now, because a lot of kids would have gave up and there's been a part of the system.
Right.
You know, this through their life with and still see. Because I know when you awarded to the state, they don't force you to go to. They're not forcing you because they think go get a trade or something. They're not telling you go to school.
Right,
this, you have this. You can accomplish this. You still could be the mayor, the president, a doctor, a lawyer. They just telling you, man, go be a barber, tattoo, and for you to do what you did, man, I applaud you, man. Like for real, and we need more people out here like you, positive, and let them know, because you can touch the kids more. They'll respect you from where you came from, and dog, you got more than this rap. You more than rap for you in your future.
I think you do that though. I think you know.
Yeah, facts. Yeah. I'm trying to make it do what it do.
Yeah.
Cause it's good. Like trust me, I got it. I know like that's a passion of mine too. You know what I'm saying? But it's like I gotta what's the parable in the Bible about the man with the talents? It's like
Ask him,
something. It's like something. Ask him, but it's like I gotta multiply my talents though first, so I could be able to do what I need to do. You know?
For sure, it's self-preservation. You got to take care, be able to take care of yourself first, and then to take care of anybody else.
Facts. But that's definitely my plan. I
done stole some stuff from you. I got R&B written in my phone. They call me the cable guy. Yeah, man. Listen, I'm slinging wire. I'm coming running it up. Man, where you need that cable in the bedroom, huh? Whole man talk about call the cable man back. He gonna be back next week. He gonna be back.
Yeah, Cox.
Yeah.
Slinging HDMI cords.
I say, man, listen, put Shorty under R&B.
Yeah, red ball.
Now my girl thinking she R&B.
That'll gonna know like we. All right, so so this is me and That'll. That'll gonna digest. He gonna go into your whole catalog,
right.
And I'm just, you know what I'm saying? Like I just, you know what I'm saying? So like that's what That'll does, and as you can see, he does it great.
Yeah, he
you
do.
know what I'm saying?
I get geeked out.
I can't memorize this shit like he can rap. As much rap I like, I can't memorize this shit.
Right. It be like that though.
Yeah, so you know,
I got a lot of people I listen to that I know they melody though. Once I catch your melody, I got you.
Yeah.
Like I know where you was going, but
so who one of your favorite MCs out right now?
I mean, I'm still on Wayne, bro. Like I don't never miss nothing Wayne do. Like nothing. I'm still Wayne. But if I like somebody new, I don't know, bro. Yeah. Cause like I ain't never went with that. Wayne fell off to me.
Wayne spazzed on that baby. On that little,
Wayne
on the debate.
Wait. Before we get into that, what you just said, Wayne never did what?
To me, he never fell off.
He never fell off, did he?
No.
When he was just pussy eating, constantly licking all that. When he kept.
I was with him.
No, you was right. You was with him. You was trying. What Wayne said? You was sure he probably had a long tongue.
Listen, bro. That No Ceilings he just dropped, bro. That No Ceilings 3 and No Ceilings B-side.
I'm talking about Wayne.
Like, so what year you would say Wayne fell off?
I ain't gonna say fell
off.
What
album?
I ain't gonna say fell off. I ain't gonna never say Wayne fell off.
Because I don't think he put out a bad album. I think right before the Cash Money, like right when it bubbled up, what happened.
Oh, right.
Like 500 Degrees, like
I don't like that one. But I consider that just something he threw out there.
Right.
But I'm saying, you remember when he was just constantly, everything was, I don't know, pussy looking at.
Oh, see, that's what everybody said. That's what everybody said.
Yeah.
But I feel why they say that though. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not.
Because you know what he can do.
Like, I'm not to the point where I don't understand. I'm not that Wayne dude. Like, I understand why people be like, well, I like Wayne, especially when they know what they talk about. Because like, best Wayne, right? Like 3P, Carter 3, 3P, him and Jay-Z on that Mr. Carter.
Right.
But I like what's the one before that when he's standing by the
Carter 2?
Carter 2. The Mob.
Yeah, I love that. Oh.
Yeah.
Carter, I mean, to me, the Carter's in the Carter 2. Like, the Carter's...
Carter 2, Carter 3, Carter 1.
But, I treat Lil Wayne...
Funeral was nice, too.
Yeah. I treat Lil Wayne almost like King James. Like, LeBron, the blemish on LeBron that he been in the championship so many times and he lost a couple, right?
Right.
And Lil Wayne, that time when he was pussy licking, that's almost the time... I feel like his little bump in the road. Like somebody gonna always bring that up. That's what I mean when I compare him to LeBron James.
Yeah.
Like you said, somebody gonna bring that part up.
Right,
They're gonna bring LeBron James lost the championship.
But I do feel like Wayne needed some kind of a bump in his road to kind of slow him down, for him to realize what he has at stake.
Right.
For him to get his mind right, to be like, man, whether he said I'm tripping or not.
But look, though,
get over that little speed
what's so
bump.
crazy, that year he did that, right? All the tripping, right?
Mm-hmm.
He had like 30 kids from that. Meaning like all that, and you got Lil Uzi. It's cool that y'all can use auto-tune. So it's like he played the sacrificial lamb for this generation. So that's where you get the Weezy kids from. Because all that, when he lost his, I guess, the core fans, of some of his core fans, that I ain't gonna say he lost them, but they kind of like, damn, we ain't tripping. That's when it's like, he like, I'm tripping, but you got Future because of this. You got Thug because of this. You got Lil Uzi and them because of this. You got like, it's like, I got niggas, like, bro, think about it, bro. Wayne got niggas, was wearing Ed Hardest.
That's fact.
Like he had real gangster niggas getting it
tattoo. Yeah.
Man,
like
listen,
that ring.
That's what
the
I'm
lip
saying.
ring.
Wayne made half of New Orleans Bloods. I'm like, man, we ain't never had a gang in New Orleans.
Right.
But like not even just New Orleans though, like cause that's like you supposed to, cause like damn near like Gucci Man. Nobody go like we make that scene bad, but like Gucci Man probably had the whole Atlanta tripping. And ain't nobody make it. The narrative is not he had him tripping.
I'm with you.
But you know what I'm saying. But I'm just saying like that's what we got from him tripping, and that's him tripping.
Right.
So that's why it's like he's still the GOAT, because it's like if he tripped and made 30 kids, that was just off year.
Yeah.
That just was off. That was the off season for him. He was so ahead of the game to me. It's like you had to do something. He had to go find something, go be like he made a rock album.
I was about to say, I mess with that album.
Yeah, like me too.
I mess with that album.
Me
Even with the guitar.
Yeah.
I mess with it.
Rebirth?
Yeah, Rebirth.
Yeah.
With Prom Queen and all
I wish
that.
him and Jay would have did more music together.
Man, what you think? Dude, Birdman stopped it? You think? What you think?
Yeah, honestly,
He kind of like, hey, you go by
talking
the
about
house,
that
but don't
time?
stay too late. Like how your mom used to do. Make sure you be back for the street. Like, come on, I know you like Jay-Z for real, so come back.
I don't know, because I think Wayne still could have found a way to do shit. Like he did shit with 2 Chainz. Like he still found ways to
but
release
that's
music.
them. He not, because I think
he was
the
titty boy. He
relationship.
fucked with them titty boy.
Yeah,
But
I think
still,
that
but
relationship-
that was still under that Birdman regime.
No,
type shit
I'm
where-
saying, but you know, like when Jay put out there about when he called Birdman to say, man, you gonna actually, you know, like out of respect to sign Wayne, and he felt, and Birdman wound up sending the lawyers to him and everything. So I think that's what I'm talking about. That part, I think that's where he going.
I
with
feel
it.
like he spooked him.
That like, I ain't gonna. You can mess with everybody else, but them over there.
But at the same time, I still don't think that, because I mean that's his favorite rapper.
Right.
Hov is his favorite rapper. Not only Hov is his favorite rapper, when he got in trouble, still with all that shit going on, Hov still took care of him.
Yeah, he
you feel what I'm saying? So like, I feel like if Wayne really wanted to put out more music, because you got to think about, we talking about Jay-Z here. Jay-Z don't really, even if he fuck with you, he's still not gonna be committed to do no music with you like that.
Facts.
You feel what I'm saying? So like the whole shit might be a little different because Hov don't get in the studio with his own people.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? Like it got to be like we lucked up and got Hov with Jay Electronica.
Right.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
That's the Powerball.
Right. Yeah.
That's what I'm
The
saying.
whole
So
album,
like you know that like Hov has to want to do that. Like I'm pretty sure if Hov really wanted to do more music with Wayne, that shit would have happened.
I think it's too late now though.
No, I don't.
No,
you don't think so?
No, because you got a.
We talking about Hov and Wayne?
Right.
You think it's too late for them to do music together?
No, it's not too late for them to actually get in the studio and make the songs. But I'm talking about like to me, right? Just my opinion of it. I think the timing of it all.
Now I think it's the right time, to be honest with you,
it's the right
because
time?
Hov is in a different space now where he is rapping.
So when Wayne go talk content, I'm talking about content.
You don't think Wayne got Wayne can rap?
No. I don't doubt Wayne at all.
But I'm just saying about
like,
him being the rapper that he is, he gonna create content.
Yeah, he gonna.
He can
He's
create
a chameleon.
content.
Yeah, he go.
He's a chameleon.
Facts, he go do it, but it's just like I feel like it would have been a better time for it. Because like Jay-Z finna sell stocks on that bitch. Like he finna tell you what you should invest in.
Yeah.
And it's like Wayne gonna have to really be like.
Okay, so
That's
Wayne
what I mean.
I don't want to say Hov gonna do that until I hear what he about to do with
'Cause he
Jadakiss
know-
and Conway.
Because you know, like
You feel what I'm saying?
He might have to go back to his old.
That's what I'm
saying.
saying.
He gonna have to come on because Wayne go.
But I'm saying like with I think
Wayne
with,
go-
And just
with
don't
Conway
get
and
it twisted. Hov know if he get on the song
that's what I'm
Wayne,
saying.
like it can't be no fucking he
like
ain't
when
about
he-
to put out no lollipop.
But this is
That's
what I'm
what I'm
saying.
saying.
And this is what I'm saying. Like
You
think
think
about,
Wayne ready to not put out lollipops and stuff right now to do it with Jay-Z?
But this, all right.
Because
we
that
talking-
trust fund baby with him and Rich the Kid, like that's like right. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
I don't know what.
So
I don't know
you
what
gonna
that
go
was.
straight from that to Jay-Z.
Yeah, but this the thing, right? And we're gonna get off the Lil Wayne thing, 'cause I don't know. We never did this before. But look at Drake. Drake did more songs with Jay. Then come on.
Right.
Like that's why I was saying I would have loved to see. Just a couple. I ain't no album.
Right, yeah.
There's a couple
Just
more.
about
But that's what I'm saying. Like if Wayne was in that space where he was not under the whatever he was going through contract wise,
Right,
and
right.
Wayne would have continued
yeah. That's
dropping
what we was
music.
talking
yeah,
about.
facts.
Yeah,
facts.
that's what we was talking
I
about.
agree.
Basically,
Yeah.
we all
facts,
saying the
yeah,
same thing.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
Like
Nah,
they
we-
would, like they definitely would have did. Cause like
Yeah.
don't think the Carter joint would have been the last one they did. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know
That was too
Mr.
hard.
Carter. Like you know
That
what I'm saying?
was too hard. Then he passed him the torch in that song.
Yeah.
That's basically what he was saying.
Man, come on, man. Like that. Like from that point, that's why I was kind of upset with everything that was going on because
Right.
the man like you had people tweeting Jigga lyrics, like arguing, like, man, did he really pass the torch? Because New York dudes was hot,
super hot.
They was hot. They didn't want
from
man.
the South.
Then Wayne infiltrated with Dipset anyway. Like he already in New York on the slick. Like he already in there, like with Jim Jones. And them can't feel my face. It never came out, but I'm in there. I'm in New York. So and Jigga just said, Lil Man got it.
Yeah,
he had him hot.
He had to do.
But also he got a little disrespectful.
Who?
When he started hanging with Dipset towards Jay. I think he started taking a couple of pop shots.
See, now, like, all right, so now, all right.
Hey, we can't keep talking about this
no,
Wayne stuff.
But I ain't gonna lie, you just poked him with that.
Cause now as like more things start to like, more stories are being told and stuff like that. Like, Ho wasn't on no bitch ass shit where like people were saying like the narrative Cameron was putting on Ho, that shit was false like motherfucker. Cause even Cam, after he done jumped on stage with him for his B-sides concert, he gonna come out and say, man, Hov came holler at me like a man in the studio. Why ain't say that fucking 10 years ago? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's why I was like, that narrative is
it's false.
Yeah, it's all false, man.
Well, you just kicked away the chair. Let them handle themselves.
Yeah. Dig a hole, bury yourself.
Oh, okay. That's it.
Yeah. But, you know.
But
you can see I'm a
now.
whole fan too. So
he did when he talk about
nice, bro.
When he talk about rapping, you know, rapping your wife on me. He's like, come on, we were all black.
Now, see, I'm saying I don't know if there's really like if he was really. You talking about when Wayne?
Remember, because remember
what I'm saying. I don't know if that really
when Jay said my wife got baby money.
Yeah, and he was like, talk about baby money.
Yeah,
and then, like that, how much you love your lady money.
Yeah, and then Wayne came back and said something about and that's when Jay came back on Magna Carta and like.
That's what I'm saying. Do we really know he was talking about Wayne though? I mean, I don't know, son.
I don't know. That's the subliminal. That's the subliminal shit.
We don't know.
That man said Beyonce name, man.
No, he didn't. That man did. No, he did.
At least I thought in my ears, I thought he said yeah.
Because I mean, at the end of the day, the biggest thing, like by me being a whole fan and where Ho's at, and like by us being from the city, Wayne is to me like it's like. Not equivalent to Hov as far as business and shit like that, but when it come to rapping and the way he carved his own lane, cause just like they got the little oozes and shit like that, like all these Fabulous and Jadakiss, like they don't like they can spit, but don't act like Hov and influence a bunch of them boys. So that's why like where Hov and like when them boys got together. That shit to me was like the most coldest shit ever.
Cause I was like Jordan Kobe.
Cause like even we being from here. As much as we love Cash Money, No Limit, I know in my era, I mean, I could probably speak for me and Anthony, we both wanted Rockefeller chains.
Yeah.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, who didn't want a Rockefeller chain?
I was rocking them fucking stiff-ass Rockefeller jean jackets.
So, just the fact that, like, Weezy got next to Hov on that level, like, this shit was just, and, like, even right now with Spitter, right? Like, to me, what Spitter doing in the underground world is what Wayne did to the world, like on a major level,
right.
Because right now ain't no like the way Spitter dropping back to back, like that work ethic crazy. And shit like that, that's like crazy. And that's all come from Wayne. Like he admit, like man, Wayne was a workaholic, and he understood being in the independent world, you got to grind it just as hard and put that shit out there. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm just happy. I guess I'm just more excited that Jay Electronica is winning next to Hov, Spitter winning. In the underground world, and Wayne is still out there tearing niggas' ass up. You feel what I'm saying?
For no reason.
I just want everybody to recognize us. Like when I say us, because like everything is Atlanta, and I'm not knocking it because I understand, but a lot of it, man, stems from here. Right. Even we get bounced over and they go to Tennessee and mess with 360. It's like they still, man. That's our stuff.
And that's why I mentioned those three names. Like. I don't give a fuck what city, state you from.
And that's what...
You put Wayne, Jay Electronica, and Spitter, them three against anybody in any state right now, they'll tear their ass up.
And then them three names cover the biggest genre, like, cause you got the woke people or the people, like, right? I ain't gonna say woke, but
No,
you
well,
know,
what
you know what I'm saying, though, right?
Yeah.
So the woke Jay, they gonna be like, oh yeah, Jay, electronica, boom. I ain't even know you from New Orleans. You go like currency, you go underground, and then you go say Wayne. It's like that's them like a 3 Trump cross. That's like the fucking Egyptian guy calls on
Right.
Yu-Gi-Oh or some shit like. That's
like
that's
if
hard
you
to
want
beat.
to rap on some trap shit, they could.
We got
It's
that.
in us, like it's
Yeah,
like you know what I'm saying, like so.
I agree.
So that's why I protect. That's why
And we
do
taught
it.
y'all how to sell, like not wanting to be on a label, but on a label with P.
Right.
You know, you gotta
That's what
look at,
everybody
like,
copying.
we gave y'all like
the game.
Even J Electronics said we gave y'all the game.
Snoop Dogg said it.
Everybody,
Snoop
you
Dogg
know,
man,
but we
and
don't-
he was with Death Row.
Right.
Snoop Dogg was with Death Row. That's perspective, right? Put it in perspective. He was with Death Row, Tupac, all them dudes, right? He said when I came in No Limit, they was getting money. Like they shit how like we was playing
broke
that.
bread with
He said we was playing at Death Row.
Yeah.
He said we was playing with. He said they was really doing it. Now this Death Row, this
Right.
documentaries on
Back-
like
back-
these
yeah.
niggas. Like,
Dog, he, you know, because like Suge had everything in his name. He was pimping them.
Yeah.
This is the crazy
Big
thing.
old
Y'all
big.
heard when
Ripping you records. Is
Yeah.
fucking devil
He
records.
first, as soon as you come in, grab a lube. He signed you. You like, what this lube for? You gonna see? You sign it. What this lube for? You gonna see?
Yeah, that
but
shit crazy.
Snoop was like, I think he must have called P and said he need 3,500. And he said
Yeah.
P gave him like
35,000.
Like,
Yeah.
man, you know, and he calls everything in his name, and that's like respect and keeping it thorough, like
Yeah,
for sure. And
facts.
that's, but I'm saying we don't get recognized by it. You know, man, you think.
What
dog,
you
y'all
think
know-
it is though? What you think? Like you got an opinion on it?
What? Why we don't get recognized?
Like yeah, like everybody,
'Cause
not
they-
just no one. Like why you think like when it comes to the come down, people be like,
We
nah.
market because it's just like in sports. We not that big market team. That we not the shiny toy. But we
Okay.
the one. You know, when you the first to do something,
Right.
you don't get the recognition that the other people behind you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's like I always say about this podcast. Mac and I was the first ones. You look it up, archive, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Secretary of State was the first ones with a podcast
Right.
in New Orleans, but a lot of them come from it. You know, once they saw it, oh, we could do that. It's not as simple as they think.
Right.
You know, just because you got that little cheap ass microphone and stuff. But
Talk your shit.
no, I'm not talking. 'Cause
Don't
I
look
would
at me,
hate. I'm not gonna have no
Go
podcast.
off, son.
That's whack.
Go off.
That's whack.
then
No,
we-
but I'm just saying, you know. But when you're the first, you the one to learn the stumbles and
Right.
maneuver the way. Then
Right.
the other ones, because people came to us and asked
Right,
us.
right.
A lot of people that do podcasts came here.
Right.
I personally feel like we don't have no corporation down here to bring. All right, so we got the culture, right?
Right.
Like they come down here and they want to be a part of New Orleans culture.
Right.
They want to come to the French Quarter. They want to go on Bourbon. They want go to Treehouse and all this other fucking
They
shit.
want Manny
right?
Fresh drums.
Yeah, they want
Right.
they want Manny Fresh drums, KLC drums too.
Yeah.
But it's something about the business side that we not getting respected.
Right.
So we don't have. That's why I feel like P and Baby, in my opinion, have a lot to do with that.
All right.
Just because they didn't set up shop in the city.
right.
Why? Like I feel like Spitter set up shop in the city because he knew they didn't do it.
Right.
And it's like, man, I'm from here.
Right.
I'm not about to go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So when motherfuckers come down here, they come and fuck with them. Styles
Right.
P, you got all these people coming
Right.
down here and fuck with them. You feel what I'm saying? So just imagine what Cash Money and Ain't No Limit would have done for the city if they would have stood down here and they had the connections when they were fucking with Yo Gotti and fucking with Thug and them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
They
so
had
just-
Starlito them Cash Money was crazy.
what I'm saying. So just
Right.
imagine like all those dudes that they had around them soaking up that game,
Boy, you
but
just
they would have
said
been
some
in the
shit.
city.
You just said some shit because every other city and state you go to where they got them rappers, like especially like you, everybody talk about Atlanta. You go to Atlanta, you might could go to the Waffle House or Ride By Club and be like, oh, that's Quavo and them. Oh, that's look at P at the Waffle House.
Yeah, that shit would have just attracted because you got you. If I bring dudes from fucking New York down here, right?
Right.
And I'm like, I'm from New York, but I'm down here. I mean, I'm from New Orleans, but I was in New York for a while. But anyway, I bring some people around who
Right.
fucking what me and Theto doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's only natural as a crew we gonna travel together.
Right.
Just like they fell in love with me or was fucking with me because of the way we do business or the way we,
Right.
the way we create our shit. When I bring Beaux Leaux around, and I'll be
Right.
like, man, check homie out.
Right.
They're gonna be like, man, I'm fucking with Beaux Leaux. You
Yeah,
feel what I'm saying?
facts.
So then then you go to fucking with me. Not only they fucking with me, they fucking with Beaux Leaux too.
Right.
So like, and these dudes are dealing with people. They coming from places with corporations that put money in their pocket. So they coming down here like, I'm about to fuck with a young buck or you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, so I just feel like we didn't create we kind of, and then the radio, I ain't gonna speak about them, but that's part of the game too. You feel what I'm saying? Like they not doing their part as well either, but they'd have more cooperation down here. If Cash Money No Limit would have set up shop, even if small as a studio type shit.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying? Just like some household name studios. You feel what I'm saying? That's why I'm fucking with 3D. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm loving what she doing right now. You feel what I'm saying?
Facts.
It's gonna create more opportunities and shit like that. You feel what I'm saying? So now so that's my opinion on the shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, I've been sitting on that. I always think about that shit daily, just because it's hard for we know a couple people. Fuck, at the end of the day we podcasters, we dudes who just love talking music.
Right,
you feel what I'm saying? So it's only a certain amount of light that we could give to the city. You feel what I'm saying?
Facts.
So this is our way of showing our love and respect to the city and the culture. Like, look, you know what I'm saying? Come tell your story.
Right, and that's dope. That shit dope, bro. I promise it's dope.
Yeah.
Because I don't let that shit discourage me. I ain't gonna lie. I don't get discouraged by it. Like, it's so much shit people could tell you about why you shouldn't, or just so much that discourage you. Like, man, how you even get on? Ain't nobody really down in the radio ain't gonna play it. So I don't mind having the conversations because I'm so driven and so focused. Mm-hmm. So it really don't bother me. It just make me
don't even need the radio no more.
Like it just make me go write another rap or go book a session. That's how I be feeling about that shit. Cause
I do want to ask you this, though, since we talking about radio and stuff like that. With your style, like, that's what I guess that's what I was trying to get at with the whole flag shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because your style is different to the point where your average person won't really hit up Beaux Leaux for a feature.
Right.
If you think about it, because it's not like it's so bar driven. Like people run like how the fuck they be saying it? They be saying it to fucking Well, anyway, they be like, man, homie, like certain people be going too ball crazy, like you know what I'm saying, to the point where they like homie straight, he spitting, but it ain't gonna sell. What's your take on that?
I mean, when it come to me, I don't know. I don't really feel like that with me because that's why the beats and stuff I choose and the features I do, and that's why I make so many types of songs. Like, you're not just finna get like a fucking. I mean, I don't want to say J. Cole because to me, like it's like I look at music different because to me, I bumped the whole J. Cole album, and I don't feel as if I wouldn't go to that concert. But some people feel like they want to hear, so I don't know. Because then he get on features, like J. Cole get on features and do exactly what he's supposed to do on them. Like you heard fucking J. Cole on that, the recent one he just did with
Young Thug.
Young Thug on that tape?
Yeah.
What the fuck? So it's like with me, it's like I'm just gonna stay true and however it's gonna play out, it's gonna play out because I'm not worrying about that because at the end of the day, J. Cole living a type of life that I wouldn't mind living.
Trust me, a lot of them would switch up.
You know what I'm saying?
If they could.
And then the thing about it, right? All right, so you put 100 of them dudes out, and then it goes be like the special ones, the one-on-ones go stand out. So you got like it's Young Boy, right? Then it's like 50 Young Boys. Then it's like Lil Baby.
Facts.
Then it's like 30 him.
Yeah.
So you gotta hopefully come through that tree and hopefully you could be that. But when J. Cole dropped The World Stop, if Kendrick posts a picture of the ground and say dropping tomorrow, the internet breaking. So I rather go for that effect and have that effect every time.
See, that proves my point. They can have all this dumb shit in it going on, but when the real drops,
the world stop.
That shit stop.
I guarantee you, nobody gonna drop on that day with them.
No. They'll be crazy. They'll push their album back if it was even set up to do it.
That's why I say it's cool to laugh at Taff and shit and all that.
It really don't like. I promise, like none of that.
Listen,
none of that bothers me.
I saw your versatility because you got a couple girl songs. I was like, okay, he ain't always slinging a yacht.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna be honest with you. When I heard that, I felt like you could do it. Of course, you could do it. But I also felt like you did it to show just another side of you, which I don't feel like you need to do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Am I right or wrong?
I mean, I feel like I do it because it's in me to do it. Like I don't do it to prove a point. It's like I really let the beat do it.
I thought your girl probably said, "Nigga, you gotta soften up. Give me something."
Nah. But I really like I be really like when I'm going through beats, when people send me beat pay, because if I'm just going through beats and I hear that beat, it be like, man, like you should sing on that because I could do it. Like I got songs like on R&M that change your mind.
Right.
It like people like, man, that's supposed to be on the radio.
Yeah.
You know, and I know like from me hearing because I listen to my music in third person.
I guess I just like the bar, like you.
Oh
just
no, but
put that
yeah,
shit,
yeah,
like,
but
you
not,
feel
but that's
what I'm saying?
but no, but that's your opinion. I respect it.
No,
like,
I'm just saying though, like cause everything, like I said, what you introduced us with,
them bars.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like that's how I be like when I see like certain people like switch up. Not saying that you switched up, but I'm just saying in general, people do. They start off another way, a certain way,
Right.
and then they try to like, well, I'm gonna go this direction. Because
yeah.
I would be the first. Don't ask me my pick. I'm gonna say because I don't like when people switch up because only your hood heard how you sound.
Right.
So why are you ready to switch up now when you even touch the tent wall yet?
Yeah,
you feel what I'm
facts,
saying?
facts,
So like that'd be my biggest thing with certain artists because they get frustrated.
Yeah.
Shit not working for them.
Right.
They paying people to get on playlists and shit like that.
Yeah.
That shit not working for them. But then it's like don't like you said, don't fucking give up.
Right.
Stay in your fucking lane. Keep doing what you're doing.
But just know if you ever hear me do anything, it's not because trust me, I'm true to the bars all day.
Listen,
like, so if you ever even hear something else, it's because the beat made me do it. Blame the beat.
All right.
Call me and be like, man, why you chose that beat? Cause that beat made me want to do it. Cause my creativity, like I got that. I like Wayne. Like I really do. Like so, it's like Wayne give you that 3-peat that the mob. And then you get that, just want to get my grown. It's like then you be in that studio, be feeling good, like
But then I also feel like you have to be on that level to do certain shit like that, right? Cause let's be honest. We just being truthfully honest.
Right.
When I first listened to the J Electronica Jay-Z album, right?
Right.
Them beats wasn't fucking cold to me.
I couldn't listen to it.
The beats weren't cold, but by it being
my brother love it though. My brother love it.
Yeah, no, I love it. I'm just saying though, but like, cause you cannot fast forward Hov and J Elect verses on that. So it's like, I just feel like when I don't know, maybe this is me as a listener, cause like when you coming up, you gotta make sure you pick the right beats. You gotta make sure you're spitting the right shit because there's gonna be a time where you could do certain shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like if Kendrick would have came out with Pimp a Butterfly before Section 80 joint.
Section 80 was
Section 80 was the mixtape.
My opinion, I feel like Section 80 killing Pimp a Butterfly.
Oh, that's tough.
But I'm just saying, if Pimp a Butterfly would have came out before Section 80.
What's with the van? Good Kid, Mad City?
Yeah.
What came out before that?
Section 80.
Section 80.
So it was Section 80, Good Kid, Mad City, then Pimp a Butterfly.
I'm saying
he was right on time. He did all that the right way. I think he did all that.
He did, but I'm just saying my point is if he'd have did Pimp My Butterfly before,
you think he'd have lost people?
Yeah,
it's basically like
because what he knew to do was I'm about to out rap the fuck out these people. I'm about to get everybody's attention, and then Good Kid, Mad City kind of followed that shit up.
Right, good.
And then once he got this fame and glory and started hanging with Hov and all these different people, not saying that he switched up because Pimp a Butterfly was still cold, but he
went political.
He went a little, you know what I'm saying? He chose different routes at the same time. And you could do that when you at that point in your career. You feel what I'm saying?
Go ahead.
My
bad. That goes back to what Andre 3000 was saying before. He always been that person. But he was like, we couldn't come out with something playalistic and I'm dressing like that.
Right, yeah.
It's like people would have been like, it wouldn't have took. He said that's why we dress, he saw him with his little Atlanta braids hat and stuff. And he did it. He said, and then next, remember, he's like, God damn, he got on shoulder pads and some buffalo shorts.
I mean, like, all right, like on some New Orleans shit, right? Like, Spitter knew that shit being with Young Money, being with Cash Money, Young Money, wasn't gonna work for him.
Right.
When he started blowing is when he's like, man, I gotta do this. I gotta talk about weed, girls, skateboarding, all this other, you know what I'm saying? Streetwear, the shit that I like to do every day. And that's how he found his way to stardom right there. Cause Cause he was around some shit that he knew, like, man, I really don't be doing. I really don't be shooting dudes like talking about it.
Facts.
So I ain't about to sit there and talk about it. I'm just saying examples of like how different people switch up.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And just, you know,
but you gotta keep, because you're not finna find too many chicks that's finna bump 73 apes, except for it's a certain few. You know what I'm saying? So it's not that it was never like, which I knew exactly what you're saying. Don't take what I'm saying.
How we keep going back to Wayne? And
I'm talking about my songs.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
No, I mean,
but you know, it's like you gotta give him something, because you gotta get, because girls be like, oh, I like him, like right now, right? You be like, girls be like, oh, your friend be rapping, how they be like, play me a song, then they be like, all right, like, yeah, like, he could rap, I know, like, he rapping, like, he was rapping fast, then he was this and that. He's all right, so he got a song like I could listen to, then it's be like, I play that song, they be like, oh, I do like that, because I'm still, because if you could listen to every girl song, I bet you could find a bar that you.
Facts.
So I'm just talking about how I go into it. I don't go in there and be like, I'm trying to be Keith Sweat. I know
I know
I be
that.
like, I'm still
finna put that baby girl on you. Get some 10 push-ups, put that baby girl on his chest.
Yeah, but you know, I just like to do that just because it's just the artist in me, bro. Like the artist in me. Like you can't shell yourself, but you gotta stay true to yourself, and it's a thin line, so you gotta know how to walk it.
What's next for Beaux Leaux?
Right.
Man, right now I'm finna drop No Black Ball in the Black Sheep.
You think you been blackball?
I mean,
I was trying to figure out when I was just gonna ask him.
I'm not gonna say I feel like I'm being blackballed, but I feel like the I'm not gonna do a feature with him. Like
they scared.
He'll rap. No, but I don't feel like it's a black. But I feel like it's certain stuff that go on, like just the politics of New Orleans. It's not deep to the part where I feel like I could point out and say I feel like you're not doing this. I feel like you're not. I feel like you holding on. But I do feel like it's certain people that feel like they over there, we over here. When I feel like it should, you know.
I know people
for two dudes that's been heavily like moving around in this city with this hip hop shit. All the dudes that got politics with them have no say so in the city.
Right.
None whatsoever. I don't give a fuck who they are. Like if they listen to this, I hope they hear it. If there's anybody out there that says, any political shit, I can't really give an example because I ain't with that shit.
Right. 9
times out of 10, they just talking out the side of their
head. Facts. And I know. I understand it, but I'm just letting you know. It's just letting you know, like it's nothing. Even if you thought you could do it, even if you think that you have something that you could do.
I thought you heard something. That's why I said.
Oh no, it's nothing like that. It's you can't. You not like basically you're not finna stop me. Nobody finna stop me. It's nothing that you finna do to stop me. Like everything I do, it be like motivated. Like I'll rap me or damn me. That's how I feel.
I'm kind of anxious to hear this shit because look like you got some fuel.
Like, I do. Like, I don't lose it, bro. Like it don't, bro. I'm telling you.
The crazy thing, you know how we was talking, like I like going to see the growth of a person, and I couldn't find nothing. I mean, I'm on that piff. I'm like, man, how you spell the name?
2018. That's why I was so
I'm everywhere, and I'm like, so I just like I'm YouTubing. I'm trying to find other stuff. I'm like, damn. I'm like, man, I don't know if he took everything down or what.
Shit, no.
But that's the crazy part.
That's how I work, though.
Now.
Yeah, because see, that's how I work. I like when people put me on music. I'm going to listen to whatever you told me to listen to. Then I'm going to be like, damn, I got to go back and see how he used to be. So that's how I am, too. I like to hear whoever told me go listen to him. Yeah. Be like, okay, that caught my eye. Then I want to go see what's popping. So I be the same way. I be liking that whole process, too. So I don't if you can't find it, I'm sorry, bro. SoundCloud, I got some old shit on there.
Man, so for everybody who's sitting there looking at this and wondering why Beaux Leaux is up here, we about to give you the reason why he's up here. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, man, we want to thank you for coming to the show.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? This is Beaux Leaux. And so for everyone out there that's wondering how this even came about, you know what I'm saying? You're about to find out why Beaux Leaux came up there. Just like we ended the show last week, and we're going to show you again why we ended the show this week, why we brought him back and why we about to end the show the way it goes. So I go by the name of Mac.
And
man, this is, after footballs go in. And you already know, if you up here, you already know you got to come with them fucking bars.
It's the takeover.
So without further ado, got Beaux Leaux in the building. Mac. After footballs go in.
Let the beat breathe. I always want to say that.
options. Right now I'm weighing my options. Mark Anthony turned into Anthony Hopkins. Street fighter boxing, Zangief, stretch him, douse him. Nigga, I'm water in a pot when I outlet. Nigga, I'm plugged with a plug like extension. Cars, food stamp, and Section 8 vouchers. Whirl on my shoulder, I get that fucker a piggyback. Rub the lamp last night, I'm tryna get it back. Hurricane winds, tree limbs. Boy, I really snap. Apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Boy, I really mac. Get that leaf from across the water. Pop the Navy seal on that. Get ears under the Glock. Let's kill a Disney rat. Michael Jordan ball head. Yeah, a nigga slick as that. Who these niggas is? A can of paint. I don't know them from that. I come from a broken home, but a nigga still intact. Still a jack a nigga like a nigga tryna fix a flat. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beaux Leaux in the fucking building. It's the takeover. After 4 bars go in, I go by the name of Mac.
It's that old man.
Beaux Leaux in the building. Let them know where you from, Beaux Leaux.
I'm of Baron and MLK.
Yeah, let them know where they can find you at.
You did. BOLO, BEAUXLEAUX on Instagram and Twitter. That's my social media handle. BOLO or BEAUXLEAUX. That's me.
Let them know when the album dropping again.
Soon.
What's the album called?
No black ball and no black sheep. Soon.
Hey man,
Coming soon.
Ball coming soon.
It's coming soon.
And we are the takeover.
Hold on, you got 4 for me?
No, I don't mind to rap your stuff.
Shit, channel, man. This is the takeover, baby. We out this bitch.
Yep.